afternoon, good evening, good morning, global population. Sam Fisher here with Will.
Hi, it's 1925!
He's for some reason thinking he's in 1925. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with what I was talking about the other day, which is the 77th Brigade. Now, I showed you what I did, so I show him. Well, that's like a typical example of what they're like, right? 77, it really is. Every time you speak to them, they will be arrogant, they will be standoffish, almost aggressive, and won't read any of your links. They answer you straight after you've given them. Yeah? So I can't read them, obviously. You ask them any points in it and they say, well, you gave it me, you know the points. Something ridiculous like that. But they do that on purpose because it's not their job to read the you know, the files that you send them or anything like that. All their job is to dissuade you from commenting any further on that message board or on that comment section or that thread or whatever, right? But they're not the only type. This has been going on a long while, very long while, with various degrees of different subjects, different scenarios where they've been needed. So they've kind of developed their own sort of tactics. I mean, they use deception tactics anyway. If you go to my Sam Fisher data drops page on Telegram, you'll find my the first drop, that whole page is on military deception, counter deception, because it's a big deal. It really is. You can actually win or lose a war. But what they've developed is very sneaky. Right, so you met Mr. Overt, which was Bearded Bear, I think he goes by, but there's other names. Obviously, in other people, there's loads of them. Find a lot of them about, right? The other one is like a good cop, bad cop, where you'll have two people, you'll have someone joining in on your side, you'll have another one antagonising you. Both of them are 77, right? The one that's antagonising you, it's his job to dissuade you as normal, right? The one that's being your friend, being good cop, is to latch on and monitor you. He's going places, eh? Yeah, doing well. There's another one, this is really sneaky. This mainly only happens in Facebook, on Facebook, sometimes on YouTube, sometimes on BitChute. Depends, but mostly on sites like Facebook and Twitter. You probably do it on mine as well, and Gab. You even probably do it on Telegram, believe it or not, right? Now, what they do is they start an argument, yeah? You've got two people, one being the aggressor, one being the aggressee, right? Now, even though I call it the damsel in distress, the damsel could be a bloke, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, it's just someone who needs help, right? You start an argument, yeah? Start an argument about the subject that you're interested in. One, to draw you in, and two, because they know the type of person you are and you know it can draw you in, because you'll go and help them if they're struggling, to see if they've got good points, you know what I mean? So, you go in, start helping them out, yeah? It's all nicey. Wow, well, what a nice, you know, start communicating, it's like, what a nice person this person's, yeah? Now, there's only one problem. Again, they're there to monitor you. Yeah? To get access to your computer, for one, right? So then you can check all your emails, check all your documents, check all your videos, use your camera, use your microphone, you know what I mean? You can use it to get into your house, yeah. Now what you don't know is that although there was two of them, yeah, the aggressor and the aggressee, sometimes there could be 50 people in that same argument. Not one of them is a civilian. Not one of them. This is what you need to get your head round. You see, they've got a new tactic now. I've come up against it a few times, right? This is how I know that they're panicking, yeah? And how they're really desperate to get things going, right? It's because they're stoking up anger. Oh yeah, you heard that right? They're stoking up anger, yeah? I think I'm joking, yeah? These people act exactly the same, right, as they normally do. No files, no nothing, yeah? No documents, don't listen, yeah? They only have one objective: get anger going, get fury going, yeah? I've seen this about 3 times now, right? In the past, I'd say a couple of weeks. It's extremely dangerous, yeah? So I've heard a lot of people trying to organise some sort of something, you know what I mean? I've just sat in the sidelines and watched. When you see them talking, you can usually identify which one is a civilian and which ones aren't. You think the FBI are the only people who only law enforcement that set people up like that, yeah? Set people up like those other people that they did, that were trying to kidnap that governor, yeah? It happens in Britain all the time. Remember Joe Cox? The guy that got pinned for a murder? Wasn't him? Nowhere near the place at the time. In fact, I think he was in a completely different town, to be honest. I have to remember. Sort of refresh my memory on that one. But yeah, I do know that he was nowhere near the area anyway. And there's witnesses. Yeah, they still pinned it on him. This is after he was befriended, like I said, by an officer, yeah? Now, it used to be where the you just had to handle with the police, yeah? You have to be careful online. But not the case anymore.
Oh, wait.
I can see them using us as either a false flag, yeah, or to achieve a false flag, should I say, or we'll be blamed for something in some way, yeah.
Ow.
And it won't be us, it'll be them. A good example of how they do all this, right? Everyone knows who our Baghdadi is, yeah?
We're going to swim tomorrow.
We're going there first. We're going where? Swimming, yeah. Everyone knows who our Baghdadi is, yeah? Just in case you don't, here's a reminder.
Dad,
So what?
We're not going to stop at this rock.
We are. We're going down this. We're going down there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, down next way. We're going down to. I don't know, kids there. Right.
Dad.
Now you've all had your reminder.
Daddy.
How many? What?
How was it?
What?
How have you been?
We're all right, thanks. Right now you know. Remember who he is. How many of you are aware that he's died 4 times since 2014? Giving Jesus a run for his money. He's got resurrection pegged, I'm telling you. Right? So could that be the case, eh? I find that a bit odd. Yeah, a bit strange. Right, let's check these out. Tell you the skinning on this, right?
What's that noise?
Now this is an age-old tactic. It's been used quite a lot, and mostly after World War II in Operation Gladiator. most of you probably know already what that is, but if you don't, it basically goes something like this.
Right, Operation Gladio was set up just after World War II, when the Allies realised that there was some fear, really, fear of an ever looming threat from the USSR, and constant fear that the Cold War was going to end up as a hot war. So they were trying to work out ways of combating it, or what they would do if that happened. And they realised that one of the biggest factors of winning World War II was the resistance movements. So they devised a plan to, in a way, engineer them, if you know what I mean. They placed operatives all over Europe, in every single country. Their main task was to keep a supply of arms and information going, and if needs be, start doing terrorist actions. See how this is going. This is the progenitor of it all. It really is. The deception game and everything. This is what started it. Obviously it advanced quite a lot, but anyway. This is still going, by the way. Probably under a different guise now, but this is essentially what we're facing, right? Now, they did have these paramilitary cells all over the place, right? And eventually they started thinking, right, we need operatives over here in the government, so they put operatives in the government. They need them over here in the press, they put them over in the press. Need them over here in some sort of big business there, right? And it slowly branched out and grew out all over the place. This is the start, right? This is your beginning of what is now the New World Order, right? These are the people that are behind it. This is how deep it goes, right? This operation runs worldwide. It's not just US and UK. Every intelligence service is pulled into this in some way, shape or form. All over the globe. All over the globe. Started off by the US and the British and became a global phenomenon. Eh? What else has done that, I wonder? Music, you name it. But yeah, I'm going to leave links to these documents in the description. Yeah, put them on my drops page, you'll find them. This is engineered vulture apathy. I'm going to show you in a minute. They basically bog people down enough so they just, not that they don't trust the government, but they just don't vote anymore, and it's so they can control the way the vote goes. Yeah? This is what this red cell document tells you. They were trying to get more support for the war in Afghanistan because it was waning, people weren't impressed, and were realising it was just a bullshit war. So what they did was this. You see that there? Public apathy enables the leaders to ignore voters, and that's what they wanted. Because then people won't care, and they'll just leave them to it. Carry on with the work that they're trying to do. This is why you have to pay attention all the time. Don't miss out on stuff like this.
Operation Gladio was. Oh, it still is in a way. I think it's kind of ongoing still. You see, what they do when they take over in an area to instill fear so they can control them a lot better, the population, they begin, as in they as in the US Army and the British Army, begin terrorist actions on the population, either using their own men or mercenaries. In Iraq and Afghanistan, it was a combination of mercenary hit squads, them being Al Qaeda, and hold on one sec, and special forces hit squads, being the Delta Force and US military. Well, maybe not Delta Force, but a special forces unit anyway, same in Britain. Now, once you start doing this, you need to give someone a figurehead, someone to blame. Now, it used to be that they'd pick a real person, groom them, brainwash them, then put them out in order to be killed. Bin Laden was one of those. No, we're walking on. Bin Laden was one of those. He always knew his time was going to be up. Bin Laden died way before the Iraq War, I think. Second Gulf War. And I dare say he was probably dead before the planes hit 9/11. And Bin Laden was the last one of those, basically. Actual people they can blame it on. What they did is instead they made up a fictional character in the form of al-Baghdadi. Now, I dare say right now, probably in your mind's probably a couple of questions. One is, how the hell did you get there so fast? I told you before. I teleport, remember? Yeah. Evidently go forward in time. That's why I'm making you some food now. That joke sounded a lot better in my head. Anyway, also, you're probably asking, so what has this got to do with our movement? I'd be Baghdadi. Well, so, it's a good question. What's it got to do with us? Well, it's essentially part of the playbook. This has happened every time when you've targeted a certain subsector of society or a group that they weren't particularly fond of. Especially one like ours, where there's no real clear structure or leadership, which is no bad thing. The last thing you want is someone to target. What? Sorry about that, my son determined to cut his own hair. He's 10. al-Baghdadi. Right? Like I said, with no leadership structure, no actual structure of any kind. Right? Now everyone thinks it's a disadvantage. It's not. It's not. It's a massive advantage. Because there's no clear leader to strike at, whose death would demoralise everyone, and they could parade around everywhere, which is what we want to do with him, right? So, what I think I'm going to do, just like we are by day, probably in the next couple of weeks or so, if it all kicks off. August Bank Holiday weekend is probably going to be the time when it'll happen. Not like that. Martial law for a week or two maybe. Maybe a bit on into 3, 4. Anyway, all of a sudden someone's going to turn up out of the blue. It's going to be kind of there'll be a leader. They'll just arrive. And I think I can pretty much bet it won't be a real person. That's all. In video appearances, you'll be a paid actor. Who won't be any actors watching this, sorry, but you won't last long. They'll do what they did with the one for Bin Laden and pretend it's the actual Bin Laden. Yeah. But essentially that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to start attacks on unvaccinated targets. This is all stemming from martial law, remember? Yeah? It's all detailed in those books I was showing you. I've had a lot of time to prepare this kind of stuff. Right? The online side of things is relatively new. And even to them it's relatively unknown. Use traditional psychological techniques and they don't work. They're not the same. And the reason being is because they forgot the actual human contact part of the equation. In order to get a very good idea of what someone thinks, you always need the full, you need to be able to see the face, see the shoulders, just see the whole language of the body as well as the words that are coming out of the mouth. Online you can't really do that. You have to go with people's tone. You really do. Or the way they type things, mistakes happen all the time. I've done it a few times, even with myself. But anyway, so yeah, that part is a relatively new part. All this other stuff, we're old hat at it, really are. The tried and trusted methods, essentially. And then you've got ways to monitor you in your home. You see, what I was on about, remember what I was on about before? With the damsel in distress sort of method that they use. That's all in an effort to get inside your house, onto your Wi-Fi connection. And you use the stuff that's in Vault 7. And those documents I've just started dropping on my data drops page. 7. This literally, right, was a way that the CIA could hack into any of the electrical appliances that was fitted to a Wi-Fi connection, outfitted with a Wi-Fi connection, sorry. And this is any of them, yeah. You'll notice as well, these Wi-Fi connections, right, these appliances, when you actually look at the patent of them, or look inside the instruction book, and tiny small print
We've got microphones in. Why do microphones in for? Smart meters. Prime example. No one knows it. Right? You try and download an English version, right, of the smart meter pattern. Yeah, you can see it online, but can you get an English one? No. As soon as you do that, as soon as you click like on a PDF, it immediately gives you a German version. Yeah. So unless you can speak German, which I can't, otherwise I'd translate it, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard. Not only that, right, it's sneaky, right, not only that, but actually a bit splits up between the German and the English one. Okay? So even if they were like trying to do it off the English, right, so put on the German, it won't be the same part, it won't be the same bit. But like I said, you can still see it online. So well, it swings around about, you know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah, so the attacks will happen afterwards where you get to you'll naturally be blind. So this is all to make us less than human, yeah? I don't know where that goes. Now, the reason why I'm saying we need to be peaceful is exactly due to what I've been saying, right, online. They are acting as aggressives to rile people up, to get them more angry, to get them more motivated to go out and cause trouble, right? This is not what we want to do, right? Any other circumstance, guys, I'd be with you, right? I really would. No, I would, yeah? But not this time. Not this time. The circumstances surrounding it are too worrisome. Yeah? Hopefully, this video will maybe calm you down a bit. Yeah? I don't need this, right? Believe me, we are winning. And we're not going to be driving the kids straight away in September, right? Don't think that. That's not how this works at all, yeah? We'll need a couple of weeks first, yeah? Definitely. To get everything implemented out and running, right? And I dare say a lot of schools won't take them. We'll rather delay it. We've still got time. Plus they're on a really tight schedule because they've got to winter, or rather October, yeah? Late October, early November. Right? That's when the shit will really hit the fan. Yeah? And if you've not vaxxed the kids, it's only vaxxed that are dying, yeah, because it will be. It will be. Although some public opinion is going to sway and it's going to be in our favour, right? Either that, or someone's going to get arrested and do what that guy in Alberta did, right? Fucking possible, it really is. I mean, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. But we get put under martial law, right? Not only will they be able to legally, forcefully inject us, say legally in a loose term, yeah? Martial law, everything's for the public good, for the state. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, you'll legally be able to do that, and any laws really are out the window. Yeah, normal laws don't apply. Military laws, and then we're in trouble. That's a big problem. It really is. You do it this way though, peacefully protest. I think we can pretty much guarantee that some of the squaddies may actually, and some of the police even, may actually come onto our side. Could see a sea change, but it needs to be peaceful. Like I said, any other time I'd say stand up and fight, but this isn't it. This isn't it. This really just feels very, very wrong. There's just too many things that are converging all at once in this one little, just this one little area online. If you'd seen the messages that I had, well, this conversation through text I had with this guy. I was making that exact point. Yeah, I was saying I can see your point of view, but it says in English, you shouldn't be doing this. And he won't listen. That concerned me. It really did. Because no matter what, right, you give someone who's not a 77th, just an ordinary gerbil, yeah, you give them some info, 9% of the time they'll read it, because they're not assholes. They want to know what you... Plus, you may have missed out on something, you know what I mean? Whereas 77th will just go, no. As soon as you give it them, they'll turn around instantly and say, we've read it. I've read it, it's bollocks. So you read it? Why are you fucking dated? Right? Johnny Five out of short circuit. Well, can't read a 500-page document that fast. Right? What we're claiming now, swear blindly now. Tell you you're a liar, call you an anti-vaxxer. Generally, try and make you as miserable as possible so you stop talking to them. And you can get on with getting the next one to do the same. That's how they operate, yeah? The bad cops. You see others that are the good cops and the damsels are the ones that are hard to work out, hard to tell. But they are everywhere. I know you're everywhere. I know you are, a lot of the time. Some of you are a bit harder to work out. This is to the 77 fairy. Anyway, there's another going to be watching this. Who got my channel reinstated. No, this is the third time I've been let back on YouTube. The first time, all I did was mention the Pisces once in a live stream. Not only myself, but it would appear everyone else that was watching the live stream got struck as well, taken down. Permanently deleted. And 27. A little while later I came back on again and started my Sam Fisher channel. And then that got took down in January. I appeared in January 12th, 20th. I never believe it, right? A month ago, the same man said, so you made a mistake with your channel, we're going to reinstate it. Then, right, check me. We reinstated it, immediately took down 2 of my videos, right? Saying these better break our COVID rules. I thought, well, why didn't you check them out before you put them on? Right? And then 2 weeks later, when I didn't make a video, yeah, they decided to take another one down because they were bored and obviously trying to get me attention maybe. Yeah? I think my private censor missed me or something. Being a bitchy fucker. So yeah, we took one down. So I'm like, well, that's fucking nice, isn't it? So I made a video. I thought, well, if that's the way they're going to play it. And then I made one last week. Within 90 minutes, I think it was, took him down. 90 minutes, pretty fast. It's a record for me. I'm going to look for at least, I don't know, 4 hours, 5. You hate me, you see. You don't like me, do you? I mean, yeah, I know people talk about prices all the time, right? Well, they do now, but they didn't used to, right? And even the ones now don't put the same connections together that I do. Because, well, they don't know, to be honest. I'm no fucking clue. There's a lot in here that none of you guys know. Right? It's not that I won't tell you, it's just that I don't trust you. Don't take it, don't be offended. Right? I don't mean that in a nasty way. I just mean that in the fact that I can't at the moment, you know what I mean? This is the guys on Telegram, by the way. Yeah, ULM guys. It made me feel welcome, which is good. But I'm always going to have that at the back of my mind. So I can see him off here, right? It's not your fault. It's just me thinking, what's going on here? There's something going on. In fact, you're probably best asking me what the fuck's going on. Yeah, it might be a time to panic. But I forgot my point. Oh yeah, what stuff is in here? It's connections I made through people I've met. Shall we say? A lot of people are my favourites. And they're quite prominent figures. I don't know if any of you know what I do for a living. I'm ghostwriting. Now, that doesn't mean writing ghost stories or doing paranormal stories or anything like that before you see it. I basically write, say like you want your autobiography on me that you didn't have the time to do it, or you have the creative talents of, say, I don't know, a brick, yeah? In I step. And I take over your writing, and I write as you. Now, most, not all, but most ghostwriters, you can tell, right? You can tell that you can tell someone's autobiography when it's been ghostwritten, you really can. It's a certain style of sort of the way they write. I do things differently. Yeah? It takes me about 6 months, yeah, to start getting a manuscript together, doing an autobiography. And a month of that is talking to him, just chatting, a bit like therapy in a way. Yeah? I don't even know like a psychiatrist sat there, like writing away, or just drawing doodles of their life or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just writing. I'm basically looking at speech, looking at the way they talk, looking for commonly used words, the way they flow, the way the words flow, the breaks, everything, rhythm, all sorts, right? And this is important because not a lot of people know, right? But the speech is intrinsically linked to your writing and vice versa, right? When you write it for yourself, yeah, when you write it to yourself or a member of your family or a loved one or a friend, yeah, you can always tell when it's you who's writing because of the rhythm and the tone of the word. And that's what I look for, yeah. I just look for all them and I keep building this little picture, like little mental picture, and by the end of it, even the wife won't be able to tell that I wrote it, right? Which is what we're doing. So, obviously, because of that, and because of the unique sort of way I do things, I've got quite a good reputation very quickly. And I've written to some people, I'll tell you now. Ex-spooks, politicians, MPs, business owners. Basically a lot of people. Now, this job does come with severe drawbacks. You hear things. Lots of things. Most of it told in private and in confidence. And all of it under contract to never speak of it. So it sounds convenient, I know, right? Fair enough. I didn't say. So I don't blame you for this, right? But, and basically, the way we have our contracts drawn, right, it's tighter than the Official Secrets Act, yeah? In a way, if I only deal as the actual author of their autobiography, the person's autobiography, if it's back then it's telling someone, right, they can immediately be jailed for plagiarism, so can I, right, at the same time, because the court will not be able to decide which one is the real writer and which one's not, because you won't be able to distinguish between the two, that's what I'm saying, right? Naturally, this causes problems. If I gave away my sources, right, I would be jailed for a long time. Well, I won't go to jail, I don't fancy it. But the stuff these guys told me is invaluable. Let me tell you really, I've never thought, right, I would even get to some of the leads. In fact, you would. I don't know how I paid for the ref membership, the World Economic Forum membership, so I could go on that. Someone paid for it for me. A client that was very appreciative, shall we say. I love the way I portrayed him in the book. Wrote it better than you would have, but he still. His first words to me are, every time I see him, you know, I'm amazed. I'm still amazed I wrote that. Right? I'm like, yeah, I'm amazed you wrote it too. Obviously, coauthored, you wrote it. What? There's some information. It had, change the outcome of so many things. Right. I can't tell you more. It's heartbreaking. And when I started doing that, of course, right now, to make money, obviously. I mean, it doesn't. I was interested in the stories. Some of them are amazing. And even though quite a few of these people are absolute fucking assholes, the stories about their lives are quite interesting, quite profound. Don't make you look at them any different, right? It's still a fucking arsehole. But at least you know how they got to being an arsehole. An arsehole with so much money and power. Sort of power arsehole. Elephant diarrhea, I suppose. Let's have a look at you. Anyway. So I've been tied to an NDA, which is a non-disclosure. It's the best way of putting it really. A non-disclosure agreement. It's a bit more extreme than that. And it was my idea. How the hell did I think of that? Well, I fucking know. It's too late though, I'm fucking bound to it. Anyway. So yeah. Now, most of you are going to say, well, tell me, it's alright, you can tell me, I won't tell you this. It's not that, you see. Honest to God, right, you women don't believe how hard it is to keep these secrets. All the time. I want to tell you a lot, but I can't. So, but, if I did just one, right, it'd open the floodgates, and then I'd feel the right to do it again, and that breaks my contract, destroys my reputation. I don't want that, I want to continue working. So yeah, I get told a lot of things. And some of the way along the grapevine is struggling. Like, we all know the way this is going. But how many of you know that shipping containers have been going missing? Eh? No? Remember Everard, that ship that got stuck in the Suez? Yeah, that drew a dick outside the Suez before it went in there? Yeah, that woman was really pissed off at some man. She really was. Well, if you looked at the waterline, right, which is like a red sort of band that goes along the bottom before it turns green, yeah? Before it went into the Suez, yeah, and stayed there, right, for the first day it was down like this, yeah, and you couldn't see any of the red line. After 2 days, it started going up. 4 days, woof, shot up, right? But there was no trucks or anything seen, no one had been to go and get them because all the fucking cargo on there was bound for the US. So, right, where the fuck did that go? What went missing, I hear you ask? Food, lots of it, canned goods, yeah, non-perishables, stuff that'll last a long time, right? All these underground warrens that they've built themselves, these fucking gerbil rabbit bastards, right? They're stocking up with food. What do they know that we don't know? Well, me and Jim, my friend, we have a pretty good idea what it might be. Just not entirely sure what the trigger will be. But if you live on the east coast of North America, the southwest coast of Spain, anywhere in North Africa, La Palma especially, get away from there. Just anywhere that's in the pathway of something dropping near the Canaries, right? And causing a tidal wave in about 2-3 weeks' time. Totally defeats the object of my book at the beginning, but how we got there is interesting, right? You want to see how we got there. Because if we get it wrong, at least you can say, well, that's where they went wrong, fucking idiots, yeah? Yeah, that's where I went wrong, listening to Jim. No, but in all seriousness, his evidence is it's incredible, mind-blowing. As soon as you see Gematria in action, right, you cannot unsee it. And it's terrifying. It really is. Especially when you know what the numbers mean, the numbers you use, and then you realise why they're using them. And it's horrendous. The thing is, me and Jim, we kind of differ on what it actually is. He thinks it's a way of the elite to communicate with us and preprogramming. I think some of it is, yeah. I think the vast majority of it, though, isn't. I think it's probably a bit of a delusion of grandeur, but it really does look like something of this magnitude. I think we may have cracked the code of creation. Anyway, the way to predict things is simply through these numbers. I mean, numbers hold a lot of power. I've told you this before. 369 keys to the universe. Tesla even said it himself. Trinities. All the time it's trinities, yeah? 3 threes, yeah? Well, three sets of 3 is 9, but it's still 3 threes. It's still a trinity of a trinity, yeah? You know what I mean? Dualities are all well and good. But it's always mind, body, spirit, yeah? Frequency, vibration, sound very likely governs everything. I mean, how many of you know that it actually travels faster than light, right? At low frequencies, very low frequencies. It does. It travels faster than light. It really does. It's been proven. It can cut things with more precision than a laser, yeah? The laser's optical, right? You can fire a phaser, which is a sound activated laser, right? It's just sound. And you can shoot it through, say, a living target, right? And hit a target behind them or inside them if you need to get rid of something inside them. They're incredibly precise tools. Then you've got the healing properties of it, yeah. There's a guy, I'll put it on my drops page, it's on my Sam Fisher channel on YouTube. He invented a way of curing leukemia and cancer with sound. Proves it on stage with him actually killing the cells, yeah, just the cells, nothing else, just them cells through certain frequencies. And all of a sudden that guy disappears. Poor bastard. Creates light, yeah, not just faster than light, but it creates light, especially in water. It's just a topic for another day, but this will give you a hint of what I might be getting at. Solar luminescence, right? Don't know what it is. It's when a low frequency, right, of a certain frequency is fired into a bell jar of water, right, and it will create a bubble. And inside that bubble, it will create a tiny little blue sort of light eventually, and it's all the atoms like collapsing in on themselves. This is fusion, right? This is literal fusion, how you do it, right? You do all that and then you ramp it up to this other frequency, it just collapses all in on itself, and all of a sudden you get this nice blue, yeah, light blue glowing ball inside a bubble inside a jar of water, right? And God said, let there be sound, let there be light, yeah? God said, let there be light, yeah? First was the Word, and the Word was God, yeah? On, yeah? At the moment of creation, the great beings said Om and Brahma woke, yeah? Or Aborigines, yeah? We got three different songs for earth, sea and sky, yeah? 3 songs of creation. Songs again. All the time it's sound, and the Bible tells us, like every single religion tells us this all the time, yeah? It's intrinsic to everything. We are frequency, yeah? String theory. When you actually get down to the strings, they're not strings, you just call them strings, right? But they're little vibrations of something. They don't know what, don't know how, yeah? But they're vibrating, right? Vibrations, what? Frequencies, again, see? Right? The waves. The Higgs boson was a wave. Right? And they found that, and they were quite shocked, right? Because they thought it'd be a particle. No. Everything is sound, frequency, and vibration. Yeah, sound, frequency, and vibration. Yeah, it creates energetics, creates everything. Well, these guys know this, right? They know this. They've been tampering with this stuff for decades. On my drops page, yet again, right? Yet again on the drops page, there is a load of CIA documents on acoustics. And their discoveries with acoustics and what they use it for. It's shocking. But just wait till you get to Vault 7 because it gets even better. Yeah. That really will fuck you out. Anyway, I've rabbited on enough, I think, and I can't remember what my point was in the first place. Oh yeah. Right, make sure, all of you, if you see anyone riling everyone up or trying to rile everyone up in any comment section, even in our lovely abode, right, on Telegram, try and talk them down. If they won't listen, won't take anything in, you know who they are, right? Just point them out. Maybe not in that comment section, if you don't feel like doing that, but come tell us who they are, give us a username, and we'll put it in on a list of who's likely what. That's another thing you'll see as well. Although they have started changing it now, a lot of them will have only just set up profiles, but now YouTube is putting extra years on top of them, if you get what I mean, advancing them in years. So that will change, and that won't be any way of proving anything anymore. But they also won't have any content at all. They could have been on there 12 years and no content. people make at least one video when they sign up for YouTube. You always do. Like, well, let's try it, see what happens. Like, maybe I'll become a star, and then you don't, and then you don't bother again. Yeah, but nothing, absolutely nothing. No, I don't think so. Right? It's not a definite indicator, but it gives you a vague idea. It's how you build a profile with people. But you can tell with the way they act, the demeanour. It's very aggressive, standoffish, not at all nice. They tend to be a bit of a dick. You see these people, like I said, point them out, try and talk them down. But be careful online, right? Tell as many people as you can. Don't be. This is another thing that I was on about before as well with the FBI, right? Setting people up for terrorist actions that they arrested them for, right? They will definitely try that here, I can guarantee you, right? But first it takes that leadership first. That'll be likely the first thing. We'll all of a sudden find ourselves with a designated leader, right? Okay, so if you're not going to find your own leader, we're going to find one for you. You can fuck off. Right, but that's what we'll do. Because these 2 weeks leading up to September are going to ramp up like crazy. I can guarantee you that. Tension, the feeling, right? And there will be en masse all over online, and you'll be able to spot them a mile. Now you know what you're looking for. Tell as many people as you can, right? Even if they don't want to watch my video, or you don't want to show them my video, fine. Get them to data drops, show them that first lot of files, and they'll start to get the hint. It is actually, I'm actually quite impressed with that, because it was fairly comprehensive. Right, it gives you sort of a timeline of idea of like when things were being done. But do that, yeah? Anyway, like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. See you later.
You've heard the pros and cons, the cons and pros. Free speech. You've heard the pros and cons. You've heard the pros and cons. You've heard the pros and cons.
I've read the papers and magazines.
Be faithful, this is for you, right? Trump's not coming back. I very much doubt he'll run in 2024, he's too old. Instead, it'll be DeSantis, I think, they'll probably run. Easy system, yeah. But it's like system light, you know what I mean? Yeah, he'll do as he's told to an extent, but he'll go his own way a lot of the time. And that's kind of best we can hope for. Trump did a lot of nasty things, yeah, bombing Syria, right? Satan killed al-Baghdadi, right, when he didn't, yeah, that's lying to the American people, is that part of it, right? Yeah? What about bags broke, can it? Right? Next thing, putting into law that 5G is meant to be rolled out countrywide in America, yeah, by the end of this year. Right? We're on track as far as I know. I don't think Trump would know what the deal is with 5G. Yeah? Kills people. It's killing the American people, part of the plan. Vaccine. Stuff for the vaccine. Yeah? Digital currency. Going in for that. The list goes on. You can guarantee, now I'll get to my point. Right, hold on. Ah, crap! Tripped over something. You can guarantee that some point in the very near future, say in the next week or two, there's going to be a very clear sort of leader for us, right? Don't trust him. Don't even trust that people are actually standing behind him. Yeah? They'll be bogey man. They're going to make us the scapegoats. So wherever you talk to them online, if you start stoking up anger, try and talk them down. If they won't let you, point them out.
It's been 2 years since.
Is what they are. Yeah? And also try that method that I told you in the last one. That really does wake people up. Okay, well, like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. See you later.
Wait.
What?
It's been 2 years. It's 1929.
2 years in 1929. 2 years somewhere. Anyway, see you later.